Okay, so in previous class, we have discussed request reply option, how request reply works, right? So we sent some data from the source application. Let's say it is product ID along with some company code. So the idea is based on this product ID, we need to retrieve the product details and send those product details to receiver. Okay, here you need to remember one thing. Okay, the functionality of request reply, what it is doing. Okay, 1 minute. So the functionality of request reply, yeah, you see here we are sending this as input, right? See this as input to CPI, right? Product details, this one, this as input to CPI. In CPI also we don't have much functionality, right? We have request reply. So indirectly we are giving this one to request reply as input. What is the output we are getting? We are getting this as output, right? We are getting this as output. We are getting this as output. Okay, this we are getting as output. So here what we can say here is request reply. So this is the input we are sending to the request reply, and the output contains entirely different message, which is nothing but the response, right? Completely different message. Do you see any similarities between these two, this data and this data? Suppose here there is a company code field. Do you see company code anywhere here? No, right? So simply
No.
request reply replaces incoming message with the response message. Got it? So once request reply is executed, incoming message will vanish. It will not be there. Okay. So that is the one observation you need to see. So you get the data, whatever the data given as input to request reply, which will not be there in the output of request reply. The output of request reply is nothing but whatever the data you get here, right? Calling to OData service, right? It could be OData service, any service. It could be SOAP or HTTP, anything. So whatever you call it, right? Whatever the response it gives, that response only forwarded to the receiver, forwarded to the next step else. So incoming message will not be there. Got it? Observe this, right? So what if I have a requirement where so I want the input data as well as response data, both of them I want both of them. I want both of them. కొనుక్కుందాం. So what I want here is, so you understood clearly, right? Request reply, what it is doing? It is replacing incoming message with the response message, right? So there is no input message and the output of request reply. Am I correct? So now what I am asking now is, we have this is the requirement, right? I want this also in the output along with the response. You got it? I want the output contain both of them, the response part and the input part, both. So how do I do that? Okay, what to do to achieve this? You understand the difference, guys, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, Praveen, understood.
Okay, so what is this case is, source application usually sends some partial data. Okay, some partial data. From that partial data, there will be some identifier or something. Based on that, you need to call a third party and you get some more data. Here some data will be there, here some more data will be there. Okay, so output wants both of them. Okay, whatever is sent from input, suppose output should contain company code as well. Okay, company code as well, right? So do you have anything to do this, right? So there is one more option again. One more option again. Go to the call, external call. So here we discussed request reply, right? There is something called content enricher. There is something called content enricher. Okay. What is content enricher? So the name itself says, see, content enrich. What does it mean by enrich? Enrich means we can say improve, right? Improve. So content enricher, what it does? Simply, it takes the incoming data and also it gets the data from external system like this. The output of content enricher is mixture of both, combining both, and it gives the output. Whereas request reply, what it does? It replaces incoming message with the response message. So output of request reply does not contain any input message. Okay. So the output of request reply is always the response which you received from the third party. Got it? Whereas content enricher, the response and the incoming message both are merged in certain format. Both are merged in certain format and will be sent to the output. Okay, let's see how to do that. Okay, so for that you take a sender receiver again, but unlike request reply, the direction is this, like this. Again I will select OData version 2. Do you see the difference here? Do you see the difference? How content enricher should be configured, how request reply should be configured? The arrow style I am talking about. Okay.
Yes, Praveen.
Yeah. So now let's see. If you click on content enricher, unlike request reply, there are some options here. There are some options because we said content enricher combines incoming message with the response message, right? So how do you want to combine? That aggregation algorithm you need to select here. How do you want to combine? Is there a way? What is the way? How should you combine? Okay. Whereas in request reply, there is no combine. So that's why there is no option in request reply. If you see in request reply, there is nothing. Okay, clear? So let's see. Now, what is combine? First of all, I keep combine as it is. There are two options under content enricher. One is combine, one is enrich. Okay. Let's see combine. So combine means simply, guys, what it does, combine means simply what it does is, so the output of content enricher contains the incoming message. It places the incoming message first. After that, the response message. That's it. Okay. So what I would like to do is, I would like to copy the same configuration here. Nothing else I am doing. Same configuration. So same configuration, whatever the URL, whatever the entities, whatever the fields we selected, everything I want to copy here. So in those cases, you can simply do this copy adapter configuration and click on this and do paste. See, paste. So when we do this, guys, when we do this, so both adapters are of same type. Both adapters are of same type, and you want the same configuration, whatever maintained here, you want it here also. So now if you check this one, see the URL is copied and the processing also, see everything is copied as it is, right? So now I am deleting this request reply. Now let's see. Guys, OData configuration wise, I haven't changed anything. Okay, I haven't changed anything. The functionality is same. The functionality is same. Okay, what is the functionality? For the given product ID, see, for the given product ID, which we have read through content modifier, right? For this product ID, this fetches all these details of that particular product. Okay, the OData still do the same, still does the same. It fetches the product details. But what content enricher does is, the incoming message and the product details both will be combined and send as a single message in the output. Let's see how this combined message looks like. Okay, let me save, deploy. Successfully deployed, right? Let me go to monitoring and enable the trace. Okay, now open our integration flow. Select our integration flow. On the right side, if you notice, scroll down, log configuration, change it to trace. Okay, so now I will fetch the token first. Open my Postman, right? Get new access token. Okay, so now I click on send. See what happened. Now we received a response. This response we need to analyze. Okay, let me put it in the notepad++. The same thing would have been sent to mail as well. Okay, let me put language as XML and then go to plugins. Okay, see here. What is this, guys? What is this? What is this?
The output which we did yesterday.
Sorry?
The output which we have done yesterday.
No, it is not the output, right? This is nothing but whatever we are giving in Postman.
Ah, yes, that's one.
It is the input, right?
Yes, yes.
See, This is the input, product ID, company code, but it is in JSON format, but here it is in XML format.
XML format. Yes.
Okay, why it is in XML format, I'll tell you, no problem. But here you need to understand R. Let's go to our iFlow. What is the input to content enricher?
XML.
XML.
Because we are converting input JSON to XML, right? So the XML is input to content enricher. So the XML looks like this only, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So nothing but this is the input to content enricher. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Now what is this? What is this part?
The combined data of
No.
this
This I am
underlying
only
response
asking.
message.
I am only asking
These
this
are-
much.
XML only. XML data.
XML data, but what it is?
From receiver we'll get to enricher.
From receiver we are getting to enricher. It is the word data response. For query we have written query, right? You get the product ID details. See whatever
Yes,
the
yes.
9 we have given,
Yes.
right? That details we received. This is the response from the word data
Receiver.
service or receiver, right?
yes.
Now what is this combined thing? What is this total? It is the output of content enricher. Am I correct?
Yes.
Right? So the output of content enricher contains both input message as well as the response message.
Response message.
Output.
Right? You agree?
Yes.
Is this happening yesterday with request reply?
No.
No, right? We were
No.
only seeing
No.
this part in the request reply.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes, Praveen.
Okay. So now you clearly understood the difference between content enricher and request reply. Am I right?
Yes. Sir.
Yes, Praveen.
Okay. Now let's talk about this particular message. Okay. So while teaching you the XML, I said one thing. Every XML contains only one root node. Am I correct?
Yes.
Every XML should contain only one root node. Then only it is valid XML, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now see, this is the input from the, this is the input to content enricher, right? So it contains only one root node called root. Am I right? Only this part I am talking about. Only this part. This is the input received to the content enricher. It contains only one root node. Am I correct?
Yes.
And this is the response we received, and it also contains only one root node, correct?
Yes.
Only one root node, no products. Products is the only one root
Yes.
node. So here, what content enricher is doing is merging two different XMLs. Am I correct? Merging, combining two different XMLs, right?
Yes, Praveen.
So when we combine two different XML, I need to choose one common root node. Am I correct or not? To make complete thing as a valid XML, there should be one common root node. Am I right?
Yes.
It is one XML. It is one XML. To make it a combination, I need to choose one more root node on top of these two, right? That is what exactly content enricher did. Content enricher chose a root node called messages. You see? Messages. You see? Right. Under that root node, it has chosen one more child node, message one. You see here, you see the clear message one. In message one node, it has given input message, and message two, under message two, it has given response. And making it the complete output is a valid XML. Understood? So adding this part, messages, message one, this entire XML, we call it as a composite XML. Okay. Remember, what is it? What is
Composite
it, guys?
XML.
Composite XML.
So what do you mean by composite XML?
Combining two XML.
Composite XML, nothing but combination of two or more valid XMLs, right? So in this case, we have two XMLs. That's why we have message 1, message 2. If there are 3 XML, one more XML, then what will be there?
Message 3.
Yeah, after this, message 3 starts. Likewise, message 4, message 5, message 6. How many XMLs are there? That many number of these nodes will be there. Message 1, message 2. The counter increases. So what we call this one? Composite XML message. What it is? Composite XML message. So the output of content enricher, when you choose the option combine, is always a composite XML. Okay. Not only content enricher, this combine option, aggregation algorithm, we will see in different blocks also, not only content enricher. Wherever you see combine, you have to think that the output of that particular feature is composite XML. Clear? Whenever we are using combine, the output must be a composite XML. Okay. Clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Now let's move on to the second one. Now let's move on to the second option, Enrich. As soon as I select Enrich, see here, we have few options here. Okay. So one is original message. It was saying original message. One is saying lookup message. One is saying lookup message. One is saying original message. So original message is nothing but original message refers to the input message to the content enricher. You have to remember, original message refers to the input of content enricher. Lookup message refers to the receiver, the data in the receiver. Okay. So whatever the data we are going to fetch, in this case, product details, right? That message, it refers to that. So, however, what is this enrich? What is this enrich does is, instead of generating a combined XML, instead of generating a composite XML, it will give a normal XML. Okay, normal XML. How it looks is enrich option. Enrich option, what it does is, enrich option simply, what it does is, you see the incoming message, right? Incoming message is this one. Where is this? This is the incoming message to the content enricher, right? Am I right? This is the incoming message. So within the incoming message, it will add, the response. Okay, within the incoming message. So that's why the root node of the content enricher will be same as the incoming message when you select the option enrich. Got it? Everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
So actually where will be this response, we will see now. Okay, where it will be added. Okay, so now we need to understand, first of all, what is this original message, what is this path node, what is this key element, what is this node, what is this key element, all these things. First of all, guys, see, you have to understand, picturize this thing, whatever I'm saying. See, now what I am doing, I am sending a product ID, right? Something as 9 in the input, right? This one I am sending in the input. So now the same product ID, with the same product ID, there will be some details in the third party app, right? There will be n number of products, product ID 1, product ID 2, product 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. N number of products. Okay. So now what we are doing simply is we are matching the product ID of the input with the product ID in the third party app. So if there is a match found, that the product details it is giving as a response. Is it clear or not? Is it clear? Within the third party, there are so many products, right? There are so many products. Product ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. Am I right?
Yes.
Everyone? We are simply matching the incoming product ID, the value of incoming product ID with the data inside third party app. There also the field product ID. So if this 9 matches the value here, then that entire details we are fetching. Okay. We are not fetching. If I send a 9, I am not getting 6, right? I am also getting 9 only, the product ID, right? Because it is looking for the same data here. Field. The field is this one. I mean, it could be anything, guys. It could be anything. This could be ID or anything. It could be ID or anything. So, but within the CPI, in the OData schema, if you notice, see, I am using the product ID field. This field is from, where is this field from? This field is from receiver, right? Receiver application contains this field. So I am passing the value to this field as 9 or 6 or 7. Whatever I pass, this query is returning the field values of that particular product ID, right? The same thing we do in the content enricher now for enriching. So simply, what is the key element from the input? Input side, what is the key element? Okay, input side, what is the key element? What are you passing in the input? What is the field name? This is the field name. It could be anything else. It could be ID or product ID, whatever you want. So you give this one here. So the data coming in this field should be taken into consideration while doing a lookup into receiver system. Okay, key element. Now, what is the path for this key element? So, I mean, we need to look at the XML. The XML looks like this, right? Root/product details contains the product ID, right? So you give like this, root/product details. This is the path. Under this path, we have this key element. So now, how does the lookup message? Lookup message looks like this always. Lookup message looks like this, right? Suppose here. This is how the structure in the receiver system. The root node is products, and under that there will be a product. Within that there will be a product ID. This one should be matched. So you need to give the path to node as products/product. Under this, the product ID. So to do this, you need to know how does the message in the receiver system looks like. Because in this case, we have got some response. So we come to know this is how the message looks like, right? This is how the message looks like in the receiver system, product/product. Under that, product details will be there. So now this, right? So now you go to this OData, and here you don't need to mention this one. You don't need to filter this one. You don't need to filter that one. So I am removing that filter. Okay. Finish. So I haven't put any filter. This filter is done here itself. Okay. Everyone understood how should I fill these details? How should I fill these details?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So now let's click on save. Let's click on save. Right? And now deploy. See, here it is deployed. Okay. Now let me send the data again. See, now I received the data like this. Let's see. So this is the input, right? It contains root. So let me put the language as XML. You see? So what is this root node? Is this the root node of input, right? Did not change, right?
Yes.
What is this?
Response message.
So this is, so if you observe line number 5 to line number 16, this is nothing but response, right?
Yes.
What is line number 4?
Incoming message.
The data of incoming message. What is line number 17?
The data of incoming message.
Right? So see, the response message is merged at this point. See, after 4. Why only after 4? Why not after this one? Because you always, the response message will be merged always, whatever the key element you give here. Okay. So we give product ID, right? Root product details / product ID. So whatever the response comes, that response will be merged after this field. Okay. Always after that field. That's why, see, after product ID, we have the response. Got it?
Yes.
So when you use enrich option, the output of the content enricher is simple plain XML, which contains both input as well as the response. Clear, everyone?
Yes, Praveen.
Any doubts? Okay. So now one more thing. So unlike request reply, this content enricher, we have used the adapter OData, right? Okay. Content enricher supports only 3 adapters. One is OData, other one is success factors, other one is SOAP 1.x. Okay. OData, success factors, and SOAP 1.x. So content enricher, this is also an exam question or interview question. Content enricher supports OData, success factors, SOAP. Okay. Whereas request reply supports other what we say adapters as well, like HTTP. Right? HTTP also that request reply supports. Okay. So only content enricher supports only these 3. It will not support HTTP. Remember.